Okay, so this is a quick overview of my cloth diapering process. These are different covers that you could use. These are Imse Vimse covers. This is a Motherease airflow cover, Blueberry, and Thirsties. Just a quick comparison for you. This is a Imse Vimse smart cover. Got kind of messed up, but basically this is size 1, similar to like a Thirsties size 1 and 2. It is supposed to fit all the way through your diaper wearing experience, but it starts off closer to maybe like 9 pounds. Can't remember, it's on the website. This is a size small Imse Vimse with the Velcro closure. This is really great, mainly because of the gussets. One thing you can do is you can hang your diaper covers and cloth part of the diaper in the sun to bleach out any staining like this has. But basically you can make this really small and it's gonna seal in any running newborn poop, which makes it really good, and we've never had a blowout in one of these, so this is definitely my preferred newborn cover. This is a white version of the same smart cover. It's nice because you can cinch it with these, make it smaller, these snaps. So you've got it shorter as far as rise goes, and you can also close it really pretty small. So that's as small as it goes right there. And then the green is for the gussets, which is really clever. Most diapers don't have that. Basically you can snap it anywhere along here and just ensure that the gussets close in around the baby's legs really well. So if you got a really chunky thigh baby, then make sure you give your baby extra room. There's another snap here. So you can make it a big hole or like a really tiny hole, depending on the size of the baby's legs. So that is really nice. This is honestly one of my favorite covers. The only problem is how easily the snaps come undone. I think if you have an older toddler running around without any pants on, then they could easily get this undone. This is the Motherease airflow cover, and it actually fits for a really long time. This is a size small. It closes up here at the top. You've got 2 different snap options here, and then 3 different options depending on how tiny their leg is here. So you can wear it. We were able to wear these ever since she was born, so they fit really well. And the reason why it's called an airflow cover is because when you put it on, the air can go through the sides, and also it's kind of looser fitting, so you can kind of tell when she was a baby this was like a huge marshmallow effect, but it's actually really nice. And even now as a almost 13 pounder she can still fit it because she has a narrow waist, and because there's quite a bit of options as far as the leg opening goes. Okay, over here this is the Blueberry cover. It gets really big, which is nice. I could easily see, you know, an older baby wearing this, no problem. This one got a little bit eaten up, but they don't come like that. Really, they have great patterns. Imse Vimse, although I love their gussets, they don't have as cute of patterns. So this also cinches down. It's got 2 different levels, so you can make it a little bit shorter or a lot shorter. And so like where the Imse Vimse has adjustment for the legs, this doesn't, but the rise kind of helps keep that in. It just bunches up. So on a small baby it's kind of bunched right here, but it does keep the leg nice and small. We haven't had any poop explosions with this, so I would say that's a good thing. One thing I really like about this cover is that the snaps seem a lot beefier. So if you have an older kid running around in this diaper, I don't think they're going to be able to get it off as easily as they would in like an Imse Vimse. Good thing about this is that the snaps are at an angle. So if your baby has a smaller, you know, top part of their waist than bottom part, depending on how they're filling out, it's easier to adjust for that. So actually right now, the way that we have it on our daughter, we're wearing it like this because she's filling out a little bit more here with her different diapers that she's wearing. But the top part we still want nice and snug, and so that's a really easy way to get a good fit. So this started fitting my daughter when she was about 10 pounds. She might have been able to wear it sooner, but I think one of the main things is if they're wearing an orange pre-fold, it's going to be kind of baggy. But if you're doing the pre-fold route and you're already on to yellow pre-folds, this should definitely fit. And then these are the Thirsties covers. This is size 1 and this is size 2. So it's nice that they only have 2 different sizes, and it should encompass all of your baby wearing for diapers. So here's the size 1 Thirsties. You know, it's basically almost as good as the other covers, except it's got 1 row of snaps here, and then it's got the adjustable rise here, so that's nice. This fit our baby when she was brand new. She was born 8 pounds 6 ounces, so if she was much smaller, it might not have fit her as well. And then here, one of the difficulties though is that if your baby is really tiny little chicken legs, they might not fit very well. Also, if your baby is super chunky around the midsection, so you're snapping it out here, but maybe they're shorter, I don't know how the legging is going to do with that. So honestly, I think it's a pretty good cover. They're less expensive than both of the Imse Vimse and the Blueberry one size covers. But overall, this is a good cover. This fit her really well until she moved on to yellow pre-folds. Once she went to yellow pre-folds, there just wasn't enough room for all the fabric. But anytime your baby's wearing a newborn pre-fold, this will work. Or even now that she's almost 13 pounds, when we put a flat on her, since they're more trim, they'll still fit. So this is still a good cover. But I don't think it lasts quite as long as they say it does, pound-wise. And then this Thirsties Duo size 2, you got the rise, and then, you know, for a big baby, they've got the sturdy snaps, just like the Blueberry covers. I guess if they were really big, you wouldn't have to button both, but you probably would button both at any point in their diaper wearing. So you can see it gets really large, which is nice. So also, you know, Thirsties has cuter covers. If that's something that, you know, you're concerned with, you want them to look really cute, that's lots of fun. This might be a good route for you. But essentially, if I knew what I know now, I would definitely start off with a bunch of newborn appropriate covers, like the Imse Vimse size small and Thirsty size 1. And so that's a good move. And then from there, just choose which one size cover you want. And I love the Blueberry, but I also really love the Imse Vimse. You can just make such a good custom fit. So I would recommend dividing up your stash between the two. But there are a lot of covers out there, and they're probably all about the same. So honestly, you're probably good with whatever.